Hi folks, this is Rose from In Rose's Garden, and today we are going to work on my Thunderhorse Descendant Found Objects Challenge Kit. It's got this wonderful pendant in it, which we're going to use. I had wished I could find some swirly silver beads, but I couldn't. I have gold, but I don't have silver. Anyway, I probably do, but I can't find them. So what we're going to do is we're going to make a necklace out of this wonderful piece. And I am going to use my, let's see, I think we'll use turquoise. Yeah, turquoise will work better. So we're going to use some turquoise soft flex to string this up. So let's turn down and I'll show you what we're going to do. So we have got this beautiful pendant. It's got this teal piece, but it's also got these light blue crystals on it. So I've got some, out of my stash, some druks that are close to that color. And these pretty beads here and the seed beads are out of the Found Objects Challenge Kit. Now I've got out some turquoise colored soft flex, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to do 2 strands of beads, and we're going to go with, come on, drop down, we're going to have 2 strands of the seed beads. Then when we get up a couple inches, we'll put a spacer in, not you, and this light blue one, and the spacer on the other side. Same on this side, of course, 2 strands of seed beads. That's probably a lot more, but then like so. Then we'll have another 2 strands of seed beads going up. Then we'll use this spacer, one of these, and this spacer. Of course, it'll do the same on both sides. And then we'll do another bunch of seed beads up, and then we'll have one of these light blue in again. And after that, it's just going to be seed beads all the way to the finish. So we're going to cut a couple of pieces of soft flex. Normally I work right on the spool, but I know I want this necklace to be about 20 inches. So we're going to cut about 22 strands of about 24. So we're going to there's 20. So we need a little more out, because I like a little to work with, because I don't like to have too short. So I want at least 22 to 23 inches. That's 22 there. So I'm going to give myself just a little bit more, and we'll cut it here. And then we're going to do the same with our second one. Now we're going to start in the middle, because that's the way I prefer to do it. And we will get a second strand out. I think this is probably maybe not quite long enough, but pretty close. So oh, it is closer, it's further up than I need. That's good. So we'll clip off that one too. Put this aside. And now we're going to put another stopper on the other side here. And we're going to start beading. Now, I haven't decided the how many seed beads I want per side, so I'm going to just bead and see what I'm happy with. So we'll just... Now, I'm not putting spacers in here. I might get another spacer or 2 to put between our let's see, this is gonna this needs at least, oh, I don't know, 4 or 5 more. This is 7. Let's see how that looks. No, we want more. I have 11 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh, I have 12. I'm going to only put 7 or 9 as this next spot. I think we'll go with 9. Now we'll have this bigger bead here. So put 2 spacers on here. Then our 9 beads. Two spacers. And I think I am going to make a little adjustment here. 2 more, this cap, and then 2 spacers. And then 9 seed beads. Now I need 2 more little daisy spacers. And then my adjustment, and I'm going to pull these out because they're going to be needing to be changed out here. I may just put this entirely aside for right now, just do this one whole side, this strand on this other side, and then we will start putting in our other side here. I think that might be easiest. So what we're going to do is I'm going to take one of these spacers. We'll have to get some more caps. And we're going to put it right here. Oops, I didn't put that through here. I'm not sure if that bead won't go through, so we have to put it through as it comes through here. So up here you go. And indeed, since this one doesn't want to go through, we'll put it on the very end here. Oh, come on, you. There we go. Now we'll go through this one. Bing. This baby. And like I say, we will need to get a couple more of these bead caps. We'll slide these aside. We don't want these yet. And there are 9 here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes, 9. You go up there till I need you. Now, I know that's not long enough. I want it longer than that. So we'll see how long it actually is right now. And that's only about 14 and a half. So that would be, well, 4, 7, and 7's 14 plus 1 is about 15. So we need a couple more inches here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this down to 9. And I'm going to put in 3 spacers here. 1, 2, 3. Now if I wanted to, I do have some more of these, but I don't have but one more of these, so we can't add it to it. And I don't really think I want to add a lot of those. Maybe we want to set one more set though. Let's get some more of our spacers out and some more of the blue beads, and we'll do one more set of these up here a little higher. So now that we've got a couple more here, we will do one more set of the blue. There's like these blue druks. I'll have to take a few beads off the other side so I can do it over there as well. And then 9 more beads, at least. We'll see what it turns out to be when we get it finished. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. So now we'll put our, actually I'm going to put the 2 spacers on right now. And then we'll put our, go over here, take this down to 9. Put on our other druk. And then 9 more seeds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2 daisies. Now see, now it's only 17. I want at least probably, well, what I think I'll do is just put on 9 more seeds and that should do it. And 2 daisies. One more. There we go. Now let's measure it. It's going to be about what I want it to be right there. So now we need to start on our second one. So I've got a 9 and some spacers here. I'm going to put a little more spacers in here. But now my next thing I'm going to put in is one of these little toho, and that's going to add a little extra space. And we might still need a little extra space when we get to putting it together. But what we're going to do then is we're going to swing through the 2 bead caps and the druk and bring these up tight into here. Now that toho is going to keep it from the all bunching up badly together, but it'll give that little bit of extra space we need there. So since we've come to the other side, we'll go to get another toho out. Not gonna add a lot of space to our second strand, but it is going to add that little bit. It needs to not be right beside each other. So like so. Now we need 9 of our seed beads. We may need to add something up here before we finished, but we'll see. 1, 2, 3. Oh, come on, beads. 4, 5, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 2 spacers, and the toho to give that little bit of space we need there. And then it'll come up, we'll go through here again. Well, through the next set. And see, it's giving a little space. We're also leaving a little cord there. We don't need to. We can pull it up tighter if we want or not. seed beads. Oh, come on, 8, 9, 2 spacers, and a toe hole. Through these bead caps and bead. Toho, 2 bead pieces here, and seed beads. So these will go like so. And now we've got to go down to our pendant. So the toho, now we're going to go through this bead cap and then we're going to work our way through our seed beads here. So now we're at this very end piece, and we're trying to get enough space. I should have cut about 1 inch more wire, it looks like, for this side, but we'll get what we can. Then I'm going to have to decide how I want to crimp it or clasp it, because we have to get it going. Seven, 8, and 9. Yep, now we have 2 spacers, and we're supposed to have another 9 and another spacer, but we're running out of space here, so we may have to get the one side crimped up and then bring any extra space over to here, since I cut my wire a little short there. So what we've got to decide is, does this need one more bead? It probably does, because see, as we curl it around to go to the neck, it's not there. See how that's a little bit more? In fact, it looks like it's maybe even 2 more as we come around to the back of the neck. So what we're going to do is we'll take off from here. We'll put on one more bead, then go back to these. We'll put these back on plus one more bead. Put our spacers back on, and then we're going to see where we're at right here. So as we curl our neck around, that's pretty good right there. So these are all going to sit like so, but we need to get, well, actually we need to put that one more bead on here. Because we will need those beads on this side. Now, I know I'm going to get a little space as I crimp up here and close this off, but the question is, am I going to get enough? So I'm going to try and work this around again by tightening these up. And see if I can get that other little bit I need for this. As you can see, I am getting a little bit here. But it isn't going to be enough. So the question then becomes, since we're not going to have enough, are we going to need to diminish the length of our necklace here so that we can get that last little bit in? Let's see what this is. See, that's 20, and that's about what I wanted it to be. I should have obviously cut a little more wire. I didn't. So we're going to have to slim down our sides here. If we take it to here, we'll be at 18, and I think that may be where we're going to have to go. So let's take this side down to here. Oop, beads everywhere. This side's already at that point. And of course it'll gain a little length when I crimp it up. But now we have to decide how we're going to crimp it up. Oops, don't get those toe hose over in there. They're too tiny. They'll hide effectively. So what I'm thinking we'll do is, we've got a choice here. We can get these to come together in some manner, or we can use a crimp that will let them be side by side. I do have a Rose think. That's not going to be long enough. Look at that. It's not this long. Oh, this is the short one over here. That's the longer one. Okay. Still looks funky, like it's needs a bit more. Let's see, this one is at least one bead further, and when it curls, it'll come over. But this one doesn't look like it's going to curl that way. I think I've got smaller beads in here. So I'm going to take a few of these beads out and put some bigger ones in. So as I say, we have a choice here to make. We need to decide whether we're going to use a 2-line clasp, or if we're just going to bring it all together to do a 1. Now I've got these a little too tight, I think. I'm going to pull this line up so I can loosen these some, so they're not really bunched up like that. That's better. But I'm thinking I am going to use a clasp that will allow me to put them both on. Well, actually, I'm going to get my crimps out right now. We're going to crimp all the ends. You need 4 crimps. 1, 2, 3, 4. And I'm going to crimp them all with a little loop at the end. And that will allow me to decide as we go along what I want to do. So we'll just put this little crimp through here. like I said, we're going to leave a little loop. Get our magical crimpers out. Put that right in the divot. Crimp. Oop. Okay, that one's done. Now we'll get the other one and do it on this side. And then we'll move our lines around so that we can get the other side without leaving a big mess. Oh, now we'll just feed these up here. I don't need that much. I actually left myself, used more line than I figured I would over here, but that's all right. Now we've got that one and this one. This one we can cut the line right here. We're done on this side also. Now we'll just move our lines down, all of them. Make sure that as we move them, we push them down relatively tight because we don't want really big gaps down here. We are going to have to, when we're done, make sure that our secondary line is over to the side where it needs to be. This one is not right now. So we move all these over. As you can see now I have quite a bit more line over here, but I didn't before we started moving the rows. And I'm going to move the crimps, the bead stoppers up as we do this so that I'm not leaving big gaps still. Now we got to here. You go that direction. And how are we looking? So now we are at this last crimp, so we want to get this pulled up and put in place here. Okay. Okay, Now we'll cut this extra cord off. Now, all we're going to do is we're going to take, oh, that one seems an awful lot longer instead of just a little bit longer. We may have to do a little wiggling here. That should do a little playing around here. Because what I want to do is I'm going to take these where they come together here, and we're going to put a jump ring in here. And we're going to do the same on the other side. This one looks like all the big stuff is pulled the other way. There we go. Because it's going to curl around. It's going to, see how that, when it curls around, it gets a little closer together. So that's fine. That's what we want. So we're going to get a couple of jump rings, medium and a large, like we usually use with our lobster claws. And then we're going to get a lobster claw out. Oops, didn't mean to do that. And then we're going to open up one of these jump rings. And we're going to go through both of these hoops and then our lobster claw. And close her up. Now if we want to put on an extender chain, this is where we do it. We just do it when we put on this guy here, which then will go through these two hoops. Close this up. Now you can, come on, you behave yourself. Is this the short? Yep. Now it goes like so and hooks up here. Open your lobster claw up and go through this ring, and it's done like so. Now as it goes around your neck, as you can tell, it's going to round out some, so it's not going to be, so it's weird how, well, it's because of the seed beads being different sizes, that some of these little pockets are bigger than others, but it's going to sit like so around your neck. Like I say, this is where you put extender chain on if you need one. Let's measure what she ended up being, shall we? About probably 19. Go, there is our FOC necklace. As I said, our little loops are a little bit, they're not really big because I only used the same amount of seed beads. Let's see how it would look on. My hair out of the way. So, there it is. Actually, I think it looks sort of cool. So there we go. There is our necklace. Come on, you, come off. There we go. And let's get stuck in my hair, shall we? Like I say, if you wanted it longer, this would be the place to put it, right here. There we go. There's our necklace. So this has been Rose from In Rose's Garden, and we have been using beads from my Found Objects Challenge bag from Thunderhorse Descendant to make this pretty necklace. I hope you enjoyed making it with me. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.